Hey, what's going on? So my name is Billy Busby, and today I want to talk about the Full Sail University New Media Journalism Master's Degree Program and what my experiences have been so far. I'm on month 8 of a 12-month program, and if you're looking at going to Full Sail University for this journalism program, kind of what you could expect as well. And this will probably be the first of a new series about that, because one of the enticing things for me in deciding to come back to school was being able to vlog that, put that content on my new YouTube channel, and just kind of give other people some helpful advice on what they could expect coming into a master's degree program with Full Sail. So I completely underestimated the time commitment that acquiring this degree was going to take. When I got my bachelor's degree also from Full Sail University, it took about 10 hours a week. For this master's degree program, so far anyway, it's been anywhere from 15 to 30 hours a week. And I'll get into why there's a discrepancy there and what you could expect here in a second. But I was not at all prepared for that type of time commitment and what it was going to do to my life. As you get older, when more things come into your life, something else has to go out, right? Because my time is pretty full. So, man, I haven't been working out, haven't been able to game, haven't been able to upload these videos like I wanted to. So understand coming into this program that there is a time commitment involved. And it's really gonna depend on what beat you decide to cover. So as a journalist, you have to decide on a beat around the second or third month. So for me, my beat is road cycling in San Antonio, Texas. You're gonna have to pick a beat for your website. And basically what that is what type of content are you gonna be covering and providing? So for me, I picked road cycling in San Antonio, Texas. And give this some thought now before you even start the program, or if you're still really early on in it, think about something that you don't mind covering. It should be something you're already interested in. And it also should be something that there's always something going on around it, right? So for me, picking cycling here, I enjoy cycling. Normally I would be riding and whatever. Normally I would be riding, I'll leave it at that. And then there's always something going on. There's always a race going on. There's always a bike workshop or a ride or a charity thing going on. There's always something to cover related to that beat. So if you pick something that's really boring, you may not have anything to cover that week, and that's the one problem I see with this program is it's week by week, right? So it's hard to plan out, okay, hey, I'm gonna need to do this story on this week. There's a couple of classes that are like that are really good about doing that, but some of these classes, it's okay, well, you don't know what you're doing week to week until you get to that week, and it's oh man, I need to cover a story now, between Monday morning and Sunday night, right? I need to go cover a story. So I would pick something that gives you a lot of flexibility, that's interesting to you, and that there's always something going on, right? Because you're going to be spending a lot of time on that content, and it better be something that you find interesting, or you're going to burn yourself out. And I've seen that already a couple of times where the people that are in my class, the ones that are really passionate about their beat, all their content is really good, right? It's all way better than the other people. And the people that just kind of pick something at random or whatever, something to get by, to get a check mark in that class, their stuff is not very good. And to be honest, half of those people have already dropped out of the program. Either dropped out or failed out, right? Nobody's telling us, oh, hey, I failed out of this program. But it's definitely gonna be to your advantage if you pick something that you are interested in covering anyway and focus on that and start deciding that before you ever even go into the school, right? And I wish somebody had told me that ahead of time, and I could have planned a little bit better for my journey. So I know Full Sail kind of gets a bad rap sometimes, especially if you're looking around online. People have had good experiences with it, people have had bad experiences with it. I got my bachelor's degree from Full Sail, and I'm getting more out of this master's degree than I did out of the bachelor's degree. I feel that the school has really grown. The instructors are much better than what they were. And I think that's the key, is the instructors. If you have a really good instructor, then it's going to make whatever school you're in better or worse, right? I'm sure there's terrible professors at Harvard that people go to their classes and don't care about. The only difference there is when you graduate from Harvard, you got a degree from Harvard, right? So like that matters more than a degree from Full Sail, obviously. But as far as the actual experience and knowledge and education that you're getting, it really matters who is teaching the content. Another thing you need to be aware of going into this program is this is not a program that you're going to be able to 100% do from the comfort of your home. Yeah, the lectures are online, all of that stuff is online, but you're going to have to go out and shoot video, you're going to have to go out and take pictures, you're going to have to go out and record audio and interview people. So understand going into this that you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone a little bit and actually go out and do things. So my advice to somebody looking to come into this program right now, number one, think about what your beat's going to be. What are you going to focus your content on? And then number two, start brushing up on your video production, your photography skills, audio production, right? Start looking into all of that stuff, writing, and really start diving into that and start brushing up all of that stuff and polishing it a little bit. The other thing is, like, the first month is like a mastery class, right? It really doesn't have anything to do with the rest of the program. It's a very broad class. And the first couple of weeks of that class are great, and then it kind of takes a hard turn. But it is what it is, man. You just got to get through it. So you don't need a degree in journalism. We can all agree on that. Anybody can go out and write a story about whatever's going on in their content niche, right? So if you're not in school, never spent a day in college, you could go out right now and write a cycling story or a jury trial or whatever. You could go do any of that today. But for me, being able to go through a structured program, and I learned pretty well that way, but going through this structured program really expanded my mind as a storyteller and being able to tell different types of stories, right? Like, that's the cool thing with the new media journalism versus like a traditional journalism story. And a real quick side note, so one of our guys at work has a bachelor's in journalism, but it was from like the early 2000s, and that the whole thing has changed so much since then. The basic storytelling principles are there. That stuff's not going to change. You can get creative with it, but learning the new media, right? Learning podcasts, learning video, learning writing, learning interviewing skills and reporting skills and things like that. Like, that stuff's never going to go away at this point. It's only going to be more tools in the toolbox, right? There'll probably be more stuff in the future added to that. On month 8 right now out of 12. I'm scheduled to graduate in November. I'm going to graduate in November. I'm going to will it to happen. Law of attraction, right? And if you're in the program, consider subscribing to this channel and adding to this, especially if you're ahead of me or you've already graduated from it. I'd really love to know kind of what to expect going forward, so I can plan a little bit of that stuff out. And then, if you're considering going in, consider subscribing here and go through some of these, classes in the future. So a lot of my content is going to be these types of vlogs, and then they're going to be the journalism stories that I'm working on. I love this road cycling scene that I'm covering here. It's such a cool scene, and there's like some crazy stories going on. Some of them are very sad, some of them are very happy, so it's the whole broad range of emotions. But in the future, going back to it, I really want to, do documentaries and do some more longer form types of content. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Consider subscribing, giving that thumbs up. All right, guys, take care. Peace.